G'day, JP here, and welcome back to race 3 of the Sram Send It series. Tonight we will be heading out to Innsbruck to race on the Innsbruckring. It's a 35 kilometre race with 237 metres of climbing, covering 4 laps of the circuit. If you look at the profile, we can see that it's a fairly flat circuit with a short punchy climb in the middle. I'm expecting probably 12 to 13 minute lap time, so the total race duration will probably be between 50 and 55 minutes. Here are the distance markers for the main points in the race. Hopefully I'll get 3 feather power-ups for the climbs, followed by a draft for the running to the finish. Also, my avatar in the game is now wearing the yellow TFC jersey, so hopefully that'll make me a little bit easier to follow in the game. I better make my way to the starting pens for the race start.
Right on!
Here we go. As expected, flat out. Big bunch of excited riders. Pros up the front with tactics probably to, send someone off the front. And all of us trying to hang on for dear life. It's 5.1 k's to the first climb, or that little punchy climb. So I imagine it'll be flat out to there. We've got 328 riders. Still a chance for that group set. Don't know why I use my power up. Anyway. Splits forming already. There's a lot of pros and not so pros. So these races take a bit of time to work themselves out. Alright, that little climb is just around that corner. Just around that corner there. Here we go. Next time around it's going to be interesting. Legs don't feel too good. Anyway, there's a rude little kicker here. Feather! Yeah! It's my lucky day. So this will be the final running to the finish. The start finish line is about 700 meters down this road. It looks pretty flat. Settled into a nice rhythm with this group, and there's a couple of groups down the road. There's the pros up the front with all the cameras and live streams going on, then there's that group up ahead, and then it's us. So we're doing alright. There's the start finish line just up ahead. So that's there we go. So that's the end of the first lap. Let's go back around and see what we can do up that next climb. Managing to stick with this group, and we're just heading back around for the second time up that punchy climb. And this is pretty much the group here. Heart's come down a little bit, but we're probably averaging about 250, but I guess the heart rate on the trainer is always going to be a bit higher because it's a bit hotter. But still hanging in there. I've got the feather for the next climb. The aim is to use as little power as possible to stay with this group. Try and learn something from last week. Here we go. Just spin it. My legs are cramping a little bit. Alright, I'm sure people are going to get popped off the back each time. The trick is to not be one of them.
Not gonna hide it cause you never know where you're gonna end. On my mind, got these things all on my mind. I don't know about you, it's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, let's see what power up we get here. See if we get lucky again. XP. Oh. Some guys have gone off up the front. I'm just going to try and ride some tempo back to the climb and see how I go. They're 12 seconds ahead. Just going through the end of lap 2. Sitting in position 113, 115 with this group. It looks like, if you look at the mini map, there's another group about 30 seconds down the road, and then the pros must be way up the front. I've got a feather there, which is good. You get that when you pass the start finish line, I guess. Alright, fair enough. Still riding with this group. But I have got one serious issue. One serious problem. I've dropped my towel. It's down there. I might have to call in for some reinforcements. Anyway, I've got the feather. And we're going to go for that climb again. Just don't want to get dropped. Here we go. Just around the corner. Oh my god. I don't know how they go over the top like that. Oh my god. That's brutal. That's what's going to happen on the final lap. Okay, so this is the end of lap 3. I managed to hang on. The last climb and descent was brutal. Sitting at 116. I've got the feather as well, so that'll help. I've been pretty lucky there. So here's the start finish line, and we're on to the final lap. One more climb, one more attack down the descent. Let's see what we got. Okay, we've been taking it pretty easy, so as a result the group has swelled up quite a bit. And we're heading into that last climb on the last lap. So I think from there on, it's going to be a race to the finish line. Up over the climb, down the descent, and so on. Alright, here we go. got much in the legs. Change. It's a final kilometre. Whoa, this thing's changing gears by itself. Meters. $400. Not today. Yes. Much better finish. I still reckon I left it. I still reckon I went too early with my aero. I should have saved the aero. Anyway, I needed it to hang on, but anyway. So 108, 50 minutes, so I'm a bit quicker than I thought, and average 267 watts. So let's have a look at the front. So in that group I was not too far off the front, which is good for once. Let's go and have a look at the leaders. So they were finished in 44 minutes and 26 seconds. So 6 minutes ahead. Average 307 watts. Wow. Let's go and check the official results on Zwift Power. See if I officially broke 100. It's going to be close. So, not really the sort of race where it's going to be a test of 1 minute power or 5 minute power or anything like that, because none of those climbs or efforts were long enough, but Pretty consistent numbers there. Let's have a look at the timeline. So yep, usual cracking start. There's the first climb. There's the second climb. Probably the third was the best climb. And you can see afterwards where I pushed on the downhill, I was getting dropped. So that's where I managed to chase those guys back on, which I think what saved me a lot of positions. Again, fourth time around, we can see the climb there. You can see in here, on the last lap, we really eased up. Everyone was starting to get ready for the finish, and the group swelled up quite a bit. And then we have the final finish where I touched 671 watts. I mean, as usual, not much of a sprint. I need to work on that. They're my notes. They're annoying me, so they're gone. Don't need those anymore. So that's the ride report. So here are the official Zwift power results for the Sram Centre Series Race 3. The race winner was Stefan Kirchmer from the Kirchmer cycling team with a time of 44 minutes and 26 seconds. In second place we have Max Jones from Team Kiwi. And in third place, Ryan Larson from the USA. If we scroll down to where I am, so there I am, Giampaolo Basile in position 99. So I've managed to break 100 again. It was a good back nine, I think. So I'm pretty happy with that. 50 minutes and 36 seconds. Averaging 267 watts. The numbers will fill in there later on, but they're the official Zwift power results for race 3 of the Sram Centre Series. So I managed to break 100 again. I'm pretty happy about that. We're halfway through the series. Hopefully that group set will be mine, because this thing doesn't shift at all. So I hope you enjoyed the race. I think I ran a pretty consistent effort there for the 4 laps. I hung tight, especially on the third lap up that climb. I was looking like I was going to get dropped over the top, but I put in some big ones and managed to hang on. Not the greatest of finishes, but definitely much better timed than last week's effort. So, and I managed to break 100 again. So I mean, this is a tough race. It's a tough series. There's a lot of serious riders up front. So I'm pretty happy with that. Stay tuned next week. Next week is race 4, and we'll be heading out to New York, and we'll be racing out on the Lady Liberty course. It looks pretty good. It's looks like there's a bit of climbing there as well. So stay tuned for that next week. And as always, I'd love it if you'd subscribe here, and that way you won't miss out on any of the action. So I'll catch up with you next week.